month ago, Gemini 2.5 Pro was the only model that could actually do the Rubik's Cube experiment. It was outperforming all the other major models, and yet again, it is doing the exact same thing. But instead of a 19% on humanities last exam, it's now getting in the 30 to 40% ranges.
Honestly, this is the biggest leap that we've seen from them. I'm also going to be covering Deep Think and providing a hands-on exploration of how this model actually performs in practical use cases, along with going over the specs, the benchmarks. Currently, the top model and #1 rated in LM Arena. It is so incredible and it's exceeding every single person's expectations. Gemini has truly just won the game in my opinion, so let's just get straight into this and unpack all of this.
Okay, so to recap, just a month ago, Google Gemini's 2.5 gave us a glimpse of AI that could take control of your computer, that could take control of your screen, and actually execute tasks for you, including creating entire websites, analyzing entire code bases with Google Anti-Gravity, for example. But this has genuinely changed the game.
Next up, let's do something that a lot of people are doing right now, starting up SaaS companies. So with this tailored prompt that I also got from Gemini, I decided to give it to Gemini 3 and the output was so incredible. You can see the entire thinking process it was going through since this is a deep thinking model. I was so amazed by the results. It mastered the animation completely. All of the hovering animations were working perfectly. It overall gave such a premium look, and it wasn't like the simple black and white, one gradient kind of outputs that we've been seeing with other models. Impressive. If I was looking at this website from the perspective of a non-coder, I would think this person probably hired a developer for $1,000 to make this website. Next up, and you know I had to, let us make the base version of Minecraft. I want the block placing to be working. I want the removing blocks to be working. I want the entire 3D point of view to be working. I want to be able to have all the different blocks and my little inventory on the bottom. I don't even play games or Minecraft, but to be honest, this is just like the standard practice that you need to do with all the coding models to see if they can actually render 3D games and 3D experiences.
The Gemini 3.0 series isn't just an update, it's a completely different species.
And next up, let's make it render something that would have took an entire company full of developers to create this kind of game. It is so cinematic and so beautifully rendered. I never thought that in 2025, when I'm gonna grow up, then eventually I'm gonna be able to create these kinds of games with absolutely no coding experience. It's crazy what we can do in 2026.
The new computer use agent powered by Gemini 3.0 Flash isn't just outperforming older models, it is completely dominating benchmarks, so take a look for yourself.
Okay, enough of the hype. Let us look at how objectively well this model is doing. Just for starters, the context window is 1 million, which is around the size of a novel or 70,000 words, and the other models aren't even close to its context window size. To nobody's surprise, it is absolutely dominating benchmarks, competing out every other major model out there. A lot of people don't really explain what this is, so let me just contextualize. It gives them a pattern at the beginning that it's not trained on, and then it gives them another pattern and sees if they can actually get it right. This is really easy for humans, but for AI models, they don't really do too well on this when we can see other models getting 17, 19%, maybe even 20, but nobody's getting 30 to 40%. Now for the ARC AGI leaderboard, you can see Gemini 3 not even close. Gemini 3 does not even want to mingle with the smaller models, okay? It is right up there. It's nowhere near the other models. It's just exceeding them in every single category. Next up, let's take a look at Simple Bench, where human reasoning still surpasses a lot of the frontier AI models, but now Gemini 3 is not far off from the 80% average human reasoning score, which is really impressive, and in the context of trying to reach AGI, this is a relevant metric. Now for my developers and a lot of the people that want to look at the price, the cost, the intelligence compared to some of the other models, I got you. In terms of intelligence, it's obviously going to be surpassing all the other models, but it's still only 3 points ahead from second place. Now let us get into price. Considering the fact this is the most impressive model that we currently have, it is not too bad. It is only 4.5 USD per 1 million tokens. Compared to some of the other models, this is a lot cheaper. Now, in the average analysis coding index, we can see that it's at a very high number compared to some of the other models, and this is actually quite expected, especially with some of the demos I showed you. It is really, really good at coding. Now, in the visual reasoning intelligence, it's still not too far off from GPT 5.1. Now, on this benchmark, it's exceeding them by a lot when it comes to the omniscience artificial analysis. Now, what's interesting is on LiveBench, when we look at GPT-5, it's still kind of exceeding it at some points. With this benchmark, they have 21 questions and they're around a range of 7 really diverse categories. So
on the stagehand evaluation, it ranks first in both speed and accuracy. This is an AI that can act as a digital employee, visually understanding any interface that you put in front of it. Now, let me show you what that actually means, stripped of all the technical jargon. Here's a common, really soul-crushing task. Taking a lead's information and putting it into a CRM. I want you guys to watch this with your eyes taped open.
Now, this is a simple web app that takes simulated unstructured data and it merges it with the structured version of this to create an output. This can be easily adapted for a CRM to take a lead's information, put it into a CRM so you don't have to do anything manually.
Okay, Alina, well, data entry is robotic. What about like actual creative work? Okay, so here's the agent looking at a messy digital brainstorm on a whiteboard.
What really boggles my mind is the sheer quality of outputs. One thing I find really interesting is how you can put in any image and it can transform it into a fully functional working web app. I think the multimodal aspect of it is really shown here because in creative tasks, like let's say you had an idea and you brainstormed it on a napkin and you gave it the napkin without any extra prompts attached, it would still be able to give a stunning, amazing output. That's what's so shocking about this, the true multimodal understanding.
What it's doing is it's visually scanning every single sticky note. It doesn't just read the text, it reasons about what each task represents and starts categorizing them accurately. Okay, so the power is undeniable. The big question is, how can you start using this right now? Well, there's 3 paths and they're all completely free to start, so let me tell you right now. The first one is through browser-based, which is an AI automation framework that has Gemini 3.0 Flash built in for web tasks. Second, directly with Google AI Studio. And third, which is where it gets really exciting, with Google's new free IDE, Anti-Gravity. Inside Anti-Gravity, you can give the agent a task and watch a live preview of it working in real time. For example, I gave it my YouTube channel link and then I said, go to my YouTube channel, find my most popular video. The old model took at least a minute to get the page loading. This one did it in 10 seconds. So you can really see in that simple task the massive leap in intelligence. Okay, Alina, but let's give it a truly complex multi-step research task, for example. Okay, let's do exactly that. I'm going to tell it to go to a public university page, find all AI related events in the next 60 days, sort them into a clean sorted columns with time, date, location. Okay, so you can see it working live. It's navigating through multiple pages. It's smart enough to handle event calendars. This isn't just a simple web scraper. It's really truly becoming a research analyst, a personal assistant with you. So on a human note, we've understood that this technology is amazing. This is the start of a new era of AI automation, and the lines between AI tools and digital tools and the intelligence required to use them is slowly but surely disappearing. This technology is accessible, it's truly powerful, and it's only going to get better from here. I'll leave all the links to browser-based, AI Studio, and Anti-Gravity in the description so that you can get started right now, and all I want in return is a subscribe from you guys. If you're tired of being overwhelmed, I would highly suggest to get the 5 free Google AI courses that I have linked in my description as well. It's completely free. Thank you so much for watching, stay curious, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh, and on a side note, I also recently announced my Substack, so make sure to check my description. A lot of articles are free right now, and I really love writing since you can condense so much information into one article. And if you want to support my work, then make sure to check out the paid version as well.